Rated M for mature.
Oh, it's on. Tough day for you. That's enough out of you. It's so bright out here. Nice.
Another gutter rat.
Be careful.
eyes open here.
What's that? I thought today was going to be boring. Have it! You're in for it now. Slice from ear to ear. Now, kill this bastard already. You're in for it now.
That's enough out of you.
And I thought today was going to be boring. I'll drink from your soul.
That's enough out of you.
My steel is good. Your ass. What?
That's enough out of you.
What do you think you're doing?
What?
That's enough out of you.
Hello? By Kine, you've made it. What took you so long? We're already late. Soon the griffin will depart and we may never pay witness to its arrival again. Come, come. The girl grows restless. So do I.
Yes?
First,
Oh, it's on. Teamwork right there.
I am pleased. You are a most loyal subject. She is small, a demure disposition that betrays her essence. Yes, let us gather. I need to smell her. For that which glitters is not
There you
always
are.
gold.
I'm glad you're here with me.
Smells of corruption. Then you will know my ire, pilgrim.
I promise you, oh so, Griffin, she is pure. Farewell, little dove. May Mara welcome your ascent.
She has been defined, her history written on in her taste. Traitor subject, I demand an answer.
I beg you, hear me, Griffin. I was certain in her purity, sworn by His Majesty himself. I plead forgiveness. Spare thee and I will make amends. More tribute.
Insect, your kingdom will suffer for your incompetence. Weep for your kin.
Griffin, the corruption was not born of the kingdom. The source of this canker is here, from this very vagrant. It whores for blood-smeared gold, drenched in sin.
Who is to blame matters not. You both have brought discontent to my palate. You must feel the weight of your sins.
The scourge of sin shall be cleansed.
Oh, it's on.
big, go back. First, and I thought today was gonna be boring.
Think you're smart, yeah? Today was going to be boring.
It's over.
I'll hang you from your entrance. Brother down. Kill this bastard already.
The world fades.
It's so bright out here. Stand it.
Hello?
Keep safe.
This place makes me a little uneasy.
The world fades.
Piggy comes out to safe track.
That's enough out of you. Ugh, the smell here. Let's try to head. Wait.
Something you need? Keep safe.
Something you need.
I'll come with you wherever you want to go.
I haven't seen him since 2 nights ago. I spoke to Ramel at the docks, but he hasn't had sight of him either. God, please.
Be on your way. Nothing that affects us, but being the curious type I am, we've got word from the exile that something of value is stowed away within the caverns. Unfortunately for me, you seek Septim, which isn't surprising. So are you ready to see what those degenerates have been talking about so much? Good boy. Remember, I won't be coming to scrape your corpse out of those tunnels if you don't come back. On your way.
There you are. I'm glad you're here with me.
Unfettered as our spite. I am her vessel. The flesh is weak.
God, we're ice messers and come here, prick.
That'll teach you.
All right, man. Yeah. All right.
Ave. Funny you should say that, though I wish the sentiment behind my plea shared that levity. Do you remember the woman we rescued here? The one forced upon by the orcs? Well, the woman, Denise, has vanished, leaving little trace for where she went. She was being tended to by the field nurse, but must have slipped out during the night. My first suspicion is that of her unborn child. She repressed the trauma from her capture, but I could see the despair simmering beneath her strained smile. The nurse told me of Denise's fascination with this local myth, a witch who was known to perform dark rituals and the like. So my fear is that Denise has fled into the wilds in search of that witch, probably in an attempt to deprive herself of that child. Such actions betray a shattered mind. The Imperials are supposed to protect, govern their subjects, and see them suffer no harm as long as they obeyed. Yet our stay here has put that pledge to the fire. If we can have one small victory, to do one thing right, it would be this. I wish I could send my own, but we've scant bodies to spare. Good luck, for what it's worth, and bring her back alive. Having spent many days with nary a peep in the Reach, I've divulged in some research to best prepare against the more dangerous folk in this realm. Of prominence are the witches, who are known to steer the witchmen to greater ends, creating archaic military structures which see themselves as lieutenants, with their hag-raven superiors becoming something akin to generals, whether through birthright or practical utility. Given such responsibility, these witches are commonly trained in arts that can command authority. Mostly, these are the offensive magics they employ, which mostly take the form of the ice sorcery you may have seen, to other more sinister invocations that smack of ancient arts. Her name is Zenalata, supposedly. She seldom travels from her lair and is known to make trespassers vanish if they stray too close. However, some are granted the privilege of her presence. For whatever reason, we're not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if such fortunate agents are being weaved into a grander plot by the witch. If there's ever a person you shouldn't trust, it's a witch. Just be careful within her domain. Don't make the mistake of so many others in underestimating her. Enticing words and promises of power have many fall to her schemes. We don't want to see your shriveled head added to her savage gallery. I'm an Imperial. Do you really need to ask if I've kept up with my end of bureaucracy? Here you go, with the caveat of added paperwork being sent over in the coming days, so we may be seeing more of each other. Vale.
Is that what passes for security? Can't say that I'm feeling any more confident. It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
You are incredibly annoying.
Thank the... You were with the Imperials at the outpost, right? Killed all those damn orcs off? I hope you made them suffer. You've surely faced worse, if the accounts from Ravenspring are anything to go by. You've probably fostered the impression of being the sole guardian of this realm. Don't fret, we've all got our burdens. Lest I forget, the king needs you to become an escort. Knight. Such jests could be deemed offensive to certain ears. Yet you won't find that with me. Escort in the more literal sense. We've got children soon to depart Ravenspring. Their destination being here. Sigmane will elaborate. Never an hour's rest for the kingdom's finest. Were I asked that a year ago, I'd have laughed. But now something feels different. That sensation that had long since died. Aye, that's it. It's the yearning for something better. If we get the right person leading Ravenspring, then Evermore can truly turn itself around. Keep the Witchmen at bay, have all other malcontents dealt with. And now Mortefane isn't here to muddle our plans. All should be smooth sailing. There's disarray among those savage northerners. Won't be long until we reclaim all of the Reach. Peace at last. Well, let's not jinx our fortune. Keep safe.
Blessings to you, Knight. Carry the Griffin, Knight of Evermore.
Kagor has a penchant for appeasement, doesn't he? Yes, Knight. I did ask for you. Yet I shirked to call so soon. After hearing about your feats through the kingdom recently. Though seeing as you are here, you have made yourself available for another duty. That duty entails a group of children that...
Incredible. Simply incredible.
Son! My! How much you have changed in such short time! The messengers told of you returning with Elaine. Has your mother distracted herself in the markets again? Come here, son. It's been far too long. I had sat in this hall alone, with all but the guards to humor me. Soon, I hope. I wish to see the day where they look up in deference, as I still live. Not anyone of prominence. A servant of the kingdom who I had knighted. Though this servant did thwart a great threat within Ravenspring. However, the tales from that place are spurious at best. I may have been too lax in my privileges again. Why, of course. You are a royal subject before royalty and the revered gods. Now I need to be succinct, as I have matters to discuss with my son. Children. Children from Raven Spring who seek refuge within these walls. And as this kingdom is more than charitable, we have made arrangements for a new slew of young to be harbored here until that plague subsides, or when order is fully restored to that town. Order which I think my son will be eager to see facilitated. I will speak candidly. We have been found lacking when it comes to alleviating the Reacher's suffering. This altruism is the least we can show for our unintended negligence. A gesture of goodwill that will engender rapport with our subjects, and to protect the young, for the assurance of a new generation of Reachmen that will propagate their names. Has a serpent found its way into your heart, knight? Is the serpent desperate to accuse me of something wretched? I never took you for one to be reticent. If the wind so much as whistles your name, and these sordid rumors follow, you and any that bear relations will see a most terrible death on that very same day. But you are loyal, so these measures would never need to be entertained, will they? Very well. Off you go, knight. Stay safe on your travels.
Carry the griffin, Knight of Evermore.
Thank the gods those necromancers are dealt with. We can't thank you enough. Carry the griffin, Knight of Evermore.
You.
The venom is in my veins. I can't.
That'll teach you.
Spiders. Everywhere. Poison me.
That's enough out of you. Oh, it's on. done and done. Oh, it's on. That's enough out of you. It's on. I say when it ends. There you are. I'm glad.
Who are you, Oakley? I were fervent about retrieving this tool. I'll be going to have to deal with the danger on top of all the other. And, of course, compensation for your results. All right?
Oh, it's on.
Reared your ugly head at last. Slice, you weird. Nah, I'm done.
That's enough out of you.
Oh no, please go. Don't bring up that memory. I can't go back. It makes me sick what happened there. I need to get rid of this spawn in me. If you really want to help, then you can do that by helping the witch. She's the one who will bereave me of this omen that was thrust upon me. More so than I am already. Death would be a welcome release. I came here with the notion of my demise at the back of my mind, and it was comforting. That either way, through her getting rid of my child, or me passing on, I would find peace. I just hope now, since I've made it this far, that it's the former. Farewell, knight.
I desire to be a mother. Animus that has willed me into helping this woman supplant a progeny unto me, so that I may be imputed with dynasty. Maybe you have not seen, but you're in a tale of mothers. Mothers are weaving stories in every stride you take. Who knows what they have laying down your strand. And with my own child, I will have another destiny to write from my own. A fate that will leave red the world in its spill. Death bell to soothe the pulse, none root to sear the soul, and ectoplasm to deprive that poor child of the flesh, and have it be ethereal. With these, the seed can be carried from its mother's soil, without too much anguish for either. To have the world for harvest would solve so much. Yet, drawing upon this arcane tapestry cannot make these miracles a reality. You have offered yourself in her aid, have you not? Well, this quest should say the ailing woman's mind, go yonder and fulfill her desire. And so the soon-to-be will never be. This child will be yanked from the mother's bosom. Better today than to leave it destitute and unloved tomorrow. Poor soul, to not even have the love of your mother. Nature does weave the saddest tales, doesn't it? Enough time has been wasted in idle thought. Now comes the time for the visual result of our dilemma. Spells. The pretense of wonder drawn by parodies dressed in well-made cloth. I divulge in the dance that melts one world to another. Through these dances, our bodies as flesh transposed with magic summoned from a raging stream of arcane noise, spilling forth from every orifice and every end of the form. You manifest desire and become a beacon of dreams, not only of your own, but those of 1,000 shrieking souls seeking your body as an outlet. Pragmatic are the civilized. If you want a change in destiny, bring me flesh. That would serve some utility to those who just want results, yes? The skin of those you wish to mimic, and I'll graft it onto your shape. A new identity will be birthed. Only the flesh. The mind is not of the same clay, so may find itself anchored to the past, despite best intentions. Though the body can open rooms of the mind where they were once locked, pleasure and pain being the first doors to loosen, alleviating or exaggerating the carnal. But your deeper self, how you move and how you react, your trauma and your pleasures from the past, these will stay. I find humor in the desperation of the civilized to escape their fates. One would think such a privileged lifestyle should beg docility, content with your luxuries. Yet the deluge of souls who come for my services attest to a different world. Once such recent arrival was a demon of translucent red, smacked of all the despairs of your society. His every fiber rebelled against the rigid hierarchy of your world and sought escape, throwing vestiges of most regal flesh to my feet. I went to work, sewing and tearing where I needed. This man willed himself into a prince, and I had helped him on his path. Now the winds grow fierce, and the storm clouds gather. Monster will taste vengeance in its waning. An age has passed since my time with those naive dreamers, letting the wind carry them along with nary a care. Such was their downfall. When our cousins, donned in red and black, had fallen from the mountains and cleaved their way through our peoples, shedding oceans of blood in their wake. Now the meat of our peoples have wrought an 8-legged ogre that's molding them into the self-eating man-demons that pluck the land. I have made concert with the feathered women of yore, engaging in song, synchronized, to soothe the land, birthing efficient Eden out of a frozen waste. All the best efforts were laid to waste by men from stone walls. Civilization had come to bring us to heel, the hegemony that seeks to oust all competitors. They have owned their methods in combating your kind. I have owned my own. Where they are bold and terrifying, I find the opposite to be more alluring, serving a more palatable meal. Subversion, through hope, love, and desire, can render the wealthiest a beggar, all through their own doing.
Hello? When we were young, my sisters and I used to play as witches, pretending to curse those who annoyed us, and having our first taste of fashion with the rugs. We made for a fearsome crew. Then, as each one of us began to bleed and became women, those days of play became the past. But did I ever stop thinking about witches? No, not for a second. They were the most enticing people I could think of. Something so alluring about their lifestyle, to have your own agency, to battle back the advances of men. You could forge your own destiny with spells that can shatter any chain or blade. Even thinking about that life gave me some small power, however fleeting. The thoughts subsided when I was deep into marriage and adult life. Dreams normally tend to give way to silence, a daily grind until the grave. But since the sacking of Deep Crag, it rekindled my dreams of escape, and the witches were on the forefront of my mind. I scoured the tomes and spoke to all the Imperials I could find. I pieced together everything until I happened upon the whereabouts of her location from a single incident report. Farewell, knight.
And so the soon-to-be will never be. This child will be yanked from the mother's bosom. Better today than to leave her destitute and unloved tomorrow. Poor soul, to not even have the love of your mother. Nature does weave the saddest tales, and so... Nature does... and so... Nature, and so... Nature, and so... Nature, and so... Nature... Weave the... saddest tales, doesn't it? Enough time has been wasted in idle thought. Now comes the time for the visual result of our delight.
That's enough out of you.